how to automate invoice creation with MS Excel. So assume that you and your team members are adding the invoice and the customer details into MS Excel, and with that data you want to create an invoice automatically into some accounting or an invoicing software like QuickBooks. So in this video I will show you how you can integrate your Excel sheet with an accounting or an invoicing software like QuickBooks in such a way that whenever the new details are added here, how the invoice will be created automatically in QuickBooks. In place of QuickBooks, you can also connect your Excel sheet with different invoicing software like Xero and automate the process of invoice creation with the MS Excel data. Want to learn how you can do that? Come with me and I will show you everything step by step. So this is my Excel sheet in which I'm going to add all the invoices details, and with that data I will show you how you can automatically generate invoices into the software like QuickBooks. Okay, and in order to automate this process I'll have to first build an integration in these two applications, which I am going to do with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation software. I am an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test these kinds of amazing automation. Okay, now once you will reach to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, firstly click on this blue button that is create workflow, and then provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I have provided the name as automate invoice creation with MS Excel. Now simply click on create, and after that you will notice two boxes. Okay, so these boxes are called as trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Try to understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customer. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. Okay, so according to our use case, whenever any new customer and the invoice details are added into this Microsoft Excel application, then automatically generate the invoice into QuickBooks accounting software. Okay, so let me select the same in this action event, that is QuickBooks. Okay, so this is how I have selected both the applications in this trigger and the action window. Okay, and now the idea here is I'm going to connect both the applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. So let's connect our Excel sheet with the Pabbly Connect. So firstly I will select the trigger event, that is whenever any new row is added into the worksheet, this automation should trigger. Okay, so simply click on this connect button, click on add new connection, click on connect with Microsoft Excel, and then you will have to provide the access of your Microsoft Excel account. Okay, I have provided this access already. Basically I am already logged in into my MS Excel account, so instead of asking me the access, it is directly asking me for the permission. So I have provided the permission by clicking on accept, and this is how the authorization will be successful, and my Microsoft Excel application will be immediately connected with the Pabbly Connect. Alright, so it is connected, and here you can notice because we are connected, whatever the workbooks are available inside my Excel account have started visible here. Okay, so currently I will select this specific workbook. I'm sorry for that. The name of the workbook is all invoices data. Okay, so let me search for the same, that is all invoices data. Alright, here we have the workbook, and you will notice that the worksheet will be already selected, automatically selected, because we have a single worksheet. Okay, let me show you. We have a single worksheet, that is sheet 1, which has got connected automatically. Okay, I have closed the landing page for now. Okay, now I am going to click on this button, and you will notice that whatever the most recent data is available inside our Excel sheet, the same data will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Here you can see that the response is received, and if I will show you the details details of this particular response one by one, you will notice that it is the same data of Excel sheet, that is dummy customer demo @pabblytudes.com. Here we have the address, here we have the earphones. Okay, I think the email address is not correct. How about I firstly correct the spelling? It should be pabblytudes.com. okay, so here you can notice the address is same, the line item description is also same. Okay, so the whole row data has been captured into Pabbly Connect, and let me click on this button once again. Alright, so the correct spelling has been fetched. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between our Excel sheet and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards, what will happen? Every time you and your team will add any invoice or the customer details into this MS Excel sheet, the data will be captured via Pabbly Connect automatically, but in every 8 hours, because this trigger will check for the new data in every 8 hours. Basically, the trigger here is the polling base, which is going to fetch the data in every 8 hours. Okay, and once that data is fetched via Pabbly Connect, what should be the next step? So basically, it should create an invoice in QuickBooks. Okay, but before we create any invoice in QuickBooks, we will have to make sure that the same customer should be already available into the QuickBooks. Okay, then only we will be able to create a new invoice for that specific customer. Okay, so instead of selecting the action event as create an invoice, firstly I am going to select the action event as create a customer, because firstly I am going to create a customer and then further I am going to create an invoice for this specific customer. Okay, so simply click on connect, and just like we have connected Excel and Pabbly Connect, now we are going to connect this QuickBooks and Pabbly Connect. Okay, and again it will ask you the access of your QuickBooks account. Okay, but I am already logged in into QuickBooks. Okay, so it will directly ask me for the permission. Alright, so here you can notice my QuickBooks account is connected with the Pabbly Connect, and even the authorization is successful. And here you can see that it is asking me several details which are actually required for creating a contact, for creating a customer. Okay, so let me provide the data one by one. And the interesting thing is, we have already captured the customer's data into our previous step, and we do not even need to manually copy this data and paste it here, because we are going to map this data. Okay, and mapping is very simple. When you will click on this field, you will find the above data, the same data here in the drop down. Simply select that data. So for example, it is asking for the name. Okay, so let me map the first name, and in the same way I am going to map the last name. Okay, so this is how I am going to provide the details one by one. Basically, I am going to map the details one by one. Okay, asking for the mobile number. Now you must be thinking that what is this mapping which I am repeating again and again in front of you. Okay, so whatever the details I will map here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, I am repeating this again. Whatever the details we are mapping here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in next time in real time. Okay, so I have provided the basic data which are actually required for creating a customer. How about I directly click on this button, and once the response is received in this dashboard of Pabbly Connect, I will assume that the customer has been created successfully into my QuickBooks accounts. And here you can notice that the positive response is received, which means the customer has been created. Okay, so let me refresh this customer section and wait for that customer to be created. Let us even check whether the customer has been created or not. Alright, so you can notice that the same customer with the same name, that is dummy customer, has been created. Let me open the details of that customer, and where is the email address of this person? I'll have to check. Alright, so this is the customer section, and here you can notice the same email address is also here, the same shipping address is also here. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between QuickBooks and Pabbly Connect is also working fine. Okay, so what will happen? Every time you will add the new data here, every time you will add the new customer or invoice details here, firstly a customer will be created automatically in QuickBooks. Okay, and this might take take at least 8 hours, okay, so don't worry about that, but for sure your customer will be created. Now once the customer is created, what should be the next step? So we are about to create an invoice into the same accounting and invoicing software, that is QuickBooks Online. In place of QuickBooks, again you can create the invoices in different accounting and invoicing software like Xero, okay. You just need to search for your favorite application, okay. In the action event this time I'll go with this, create an invoice. Simply click on connect, and instead of going with the new connection, this time I'll go with the existing connection because we have already connected our QuickBooks account with the Pabbly Connect. Here you can notice lot of existing connections are available, okay. So simply clicking on save, and this is how my QuickBooks account will be connected with the Pabbly Connect once again. Alright, it is connected, and here you can even notice that how the same customer is available in the drop down automatically, okay. But we are not going to select this customer from the drop down. Why? Because if I will select this customer manually from the drop down, what will happen? Every single invoice will be created for the same customer, okay. So instead of providing this value manually, I am going to map this value, and again for mapping you will have to simply enable this mapping button and then remove this ID. Yes, this is the ID of the customer for the same customer which is visible after enabling the mapping button, okay. So I will remove this existing ID and then I am going to map the ID of the customer. Now from where we will get this customer ID, okay. So when we have created a customer into our QuickBooks application, I'm really sorry for that, you will notice that in the response we have also received the ID of the customer, okay. So here we have the customer job, customer bill, and here we have the customer ID which I am about to map it, okay. So again click on this field, and here you will find the customer ID. Simply search for the customer ID value, okay. So here you can notice the customer ID is available, and this is how I am going to map the details one by one which are actually required for creating an invoice in QuickBooks, okay. So asking for the email address, again click on this field and search for the email address from your Excel sheet data, okay. So how about I search with the help of @. Alright, so this is the email address. Asking for the shipping address, so remember we have also provided the shipping address which was something like Premier Orchard Bhopal, okay. So again I have provided. Asking for several other details, okay. So I am going to provide only the basic details just to show you how invoice creation can be done. You can provide the values as per your requirement. Asking for the transaction date and the due date. Let us check whether we have any due date into our spreadsheet, into our Excel sheet. Alright, so how many dates we have? So here my team has added the transaction date and the shipping date, okay. So I'm going to provide the same details, okay. Asking for the transaction date, let me click here and search for the date. Alright, so where is the date? I'll have to check. And here we have the transaction date. Asking for the doc number, well, if you will leave this particular field blank, the value will be populated automatically. Asking for the ship date, and yes, we do have the ship date, okay. Again searching for the same, and here we have the shipping date, okay. So I think I have provided all the important details. No, this item detail type is going to be the same. The description is really important, okay, and we even have provided the description of our product, that is this, okay. Asking for the quantity. All right, so where is the quantity? Asking for the unit price, okay. So do we have the unit price? I'll have to check, and yes, we do have the unit price also. Asking for the line item amount, okay. So we do have the line item amount as well, okay. And do we have other details left? Okay, line item discount percentage, okay. So I'll have to check whether we have provided any detail like this or not. Yes, we do have the discount percentage and the tax rates percentage, okay, and the value is actually 0, okay. So I can directly search for that value, and yes, we do have that value, okay. So this is how you can map the details one by one directly from the MS Excel sheet, and I think I have provided the details almost into the important fields. Now again it is up to you that what kind of information you would like to provide in order to create the invoice. Lastly, let me also provide the currency, and we have the currency as this. Okay, so I think I have added all the details. Now I am going to click on this button, and I'm really expecting that the invoice will be created automatically. Well, the response is received. Let us check this response. Well, it is saying that the invoice has been created. So this is my invoices section. Let me open that and check whether this invoice is created or not. And here you can notice that we have the customer name as dummy customer. Let me click on that name of that customer, and here you can notice we have the status of the customer and where is the invoice. Okay, you can even edit this invoice, and if I'll click here, okay, if I'll click on this particular section, you will be able to see the invoice link also. I'm going to copy the link. Let me open into the new tab and show you what kind of invoice has been created. Okay, so these are the details of the customer. Let me click on this button and check the invoice. All right, so here you can notice we have the bill to as dummy customer, we have the ship to as this, we even have the product name, we even have the same pricing. Okay, so this is how with some data of the Excel sheet the invoice has been created into our QuickBooks software automatically. Okay, so this is how you can automate the process of invoice creation directly from your Excel sheet data. Yes, now onwards your team just need to add the invoice and the customer details into the Excel sheet one by one, and within few hours all the invoices will be created, will be generated automatically into your invoicing software like QuickBooks. You do not even have to share the access of this software with your team. Simply share your Excel sheet with the team, and as soon as they will add the data, the invoice will be created automatically. For that, you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that, you can sit back and relax because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. And just in case, if you want to access this 3-step automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of my automation into the description box. Okay, you just need to click on this link and then sign up into the Pabbly Connect for free, and then you will be able to access this workflow, the same automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.